Today is May the 7th, 2010. City of St. Louis City Hall.
I'm not telling you that. But as people voice their opinion, that's what happened. St. Clair Square is the same principle. They kicked us out of there for a short time, and it didn't work. And so then as they built things, they figured out now they go way around back. And it's really cumbersome because you're in all that traffic and that. You know, we like to serve them where we build something, you know, out kind of in the proximity area, and then you can walk in safely and that, and they get, so we're not tied up in all the traffic too. I'm going to stay out here, or you want me inside?
I'll grab you and come inside.
Okay, you want me inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
So, for that reason, I want them to stop hiring Disney characters. Humpty, and all those other characters.
About where the system is today, our proposed approach for rebuilding transit service across the region. I'm going to briefly overview the impacted routes in this draft service restoration, but we have posters outside in the hallway that give you the details route by route. So rather than reading all of that, that's going to be hard to catch, we've got poster boards set up. We have 3 interactive stations out in the hallway. The first is, of course, dedicated to the service restoration plan. That's really why we're here. But we have a couple other pieces of information while we have your attention that we'd like to share with you. One is some of the major capital or construction projects that are coming for the system, including reconstruction of the Eads Bridge, rehabilitation of the Eads Bridge, reconstruction of the Grand Bridge, and the ongoing surface parking lot project at North County Metrolink Station. And then we have a little bit of information on moving transit forward, which is our long-range plan. So those are things that we're working on behind the scenes right now. Now, I want to be clear, it's very important to us that we get your feedback. This is a draft proposal. It's a proposal. It's our first pass at service restoration. It's a few things. It's not 100% restoration. Keep in mind, we restored half of MetroBus service August 3rd. Of 2009 with the help of assistance from the state of Missouri. Some of those routes that were brought back were new routes, like the Handling-Chesterfield, the 98, the 75, the Clark-Clayton, the 99 downtown circulator. So some changes to the system. And you're going to gradually see over this service restoration as well as over the next couple of years some changes to the transit system. We'll restructure routes. We'll begin changing the type of our vehicles in the system. We're not quite ready to do that today, but this restoration plan is going to be the building blocks. We want to get your input on the plan, and there are a few ways you can actually do that, and I'll throw up a slide at the end with our contact information. You can talk with us one-on-one. We've had 6 meetings, and we're getting a lot of comments, thankfully, via email and people writing letters and calling us on the phone. So we want to be sure if you have a specific request, recommendation, or observation, we want you to write it down on the comment form. You should have received those when you walked in. The form that looks like this, anyone not have a comment form? I'll pass those around. I'm just going to pass them around the room, so take one if you need one. We've got plenty of them outside in the hallway, so even if you talk with me or with Mr. Peterson here, one-on-one, please write your comments down. Because starting Monday, so today's the last meeting, Monday's the comment deadline. Starting Monday, we're going to sit and begin going through all of the comments. We've been working on some changes to the proposed plan, even since this draft was released to our board on April the 14th. So what's our timeline? The public meetings I mentioned conclude today, and the comment period ends on Monday. It's going to take us a little time throughout the rest of the month of May to revise the service restoration plans. Again, this is a draft. There are a lot of things that we need to do to make changes to the routes and then begin the process of actually creating schedules and route descriptions that you all need as customers. Just want to give you a quick overview of where we're at today. We all know that service was reduced significantly March 3rd of 2009. That looked like about a third of Metrobus service was cut. About half of that was brought back August 3rd of 2009. We've lost a lot of customers since that time. Our ridership's off by more than a fifth from today since March of 2009. Part of this restoration plan is to create a system that's going to help us bring those customers back to the system, eventually create new customers, and sustain all of you as customers today. Metrolink service was reduced by a fifth on March of 2009, and ridership's off about 10%. To date, we haven't brought any Metrolink service back. Our approach with the restoration dollars was to put routes back in communities that didn't have any and create access to jobs and other major destinations that were totally without service and address some of the most glaring frequency problems. So since the Metrolink routes were still running, we decided not to change them with those limited dollars. Call ride service has been significantly reduced. Anytime we eliminate a Metrobus route, call ride service is eliminated as well. Now that's a service not for all of us, it's designed for disabled residents of our community. We also started enforcing conditions of eligibility. If you're a call ride customer, you're probably familiar, so I'm not going to go into details, but if you want to talk with someone specifically about call ride, I'm happy to talk with you about the new service area. Paul Willett, our chief of call ride, is here with us, as is Janice Shetley, our former chief of call ride, and Pat Hall is our director of ADA services. So we've got all of our area experts lined up to talk to you today.
You expected ridership.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is
So ridership didn't fall because people aren't using it, ridership fell because
the service cuts.
they had no
The
access.
service cuts, the fare increase, January 1st of 2009, and also the state of the economy. We have fewer people in our region going to work. We have people that are making fewer discretionary trips to shopping and entertainment, so ridership fell. So even for systems like Madison County Transit over in Illinois that didn't increase their fares or cut their service, their ridership is down a little bit, but it is not down like ours. I think system-wide we're off 18%. It's even, we expected it to fall, but honestly it fell more than we anticipated. Part of that was the economy. We didn't know back in 2008 when we were planning this just how bad things were going to get. So ridership fell. It's going to take time to build it back up. This ridership cut, or the service cut, came on the heels of a 5-year increase in ridership on the metro system. The 5 years leading up to March 30th, 2009, ridership grew by 18% on the metro system. And that's tremendous for a region whose population and employment are just not growing in any rate near that. So we aim to get back there. It's going to take a few years, but we're going to get there.